Seriously, this studio is starting to reach for the likes of UFO Table with quality like this. Using a darker tone of music and the setting sun creating an environmental effect more akin to the vibe of the bullying type of scene laid out before us, just paints a darker image. Also though, it's a personal win, but this got me thinking of Lost Judgment, a spin-off series from Yakuza. Fantastic game which focused on basically this kind of thing. Was a creative way to introduce his curse. Cool looking scene too, not gonna lie. Also, while I've got you here, you fans of the channel have helped immensely in getting Anime Wins back on its feet after YouTube did me dirty. So thank you so much for that. Watching as much of the video is a massive help. My average is 17 minutes a person, so would love to break 20 with this, and a like and comment too is great. Showing us this side to his character is a nice and subtle means by which to display his personality and regret at such actions, but the desperation he must have felt vividly on display at the same time. Kawaii! Making the link between this movie and the main series in this way, a clever choice in my opinion. Adding a rotating view to the scene like it's easy to do. It's worth saying for the movie, but what a seriously badass character he is. Also though, I shouted out pretty much all the voice actors in my prior 2 videos covering season 1, but definitely take one here for their impeccable work during the movie too. Internal set designs are truly next level in this one, absolutely gorgeously detailed. This scene detailing more of his kind persona, wanting to shut himself away forever, and a reminder of what the school aims to do for students like him, which is essentially a setup to the entire universe of the anime. Non-opportunistic wind cliche, because the wind is just doing its thing instead of only kicking in after a poignant moment or statement has happened or been said. That's music fitting the tone of the scene, starting a fresh new life at the dawn of a new day. Really nice. It's like a mix of his hopelessness, but mixed with a definite feeling of hope. And I think I'm right because moving forward is literally in the lyrics in a minute's time. Bless their hearts, pouring so many frames into a scene of him putting his jacket on. That was an insane amount right there that someone or people worked their socks off to create and have it be so smooth. The studio is seriously incredibly talented at mixing hand-drawn animation within static, but beautifully detailed set pieces. Very few are so good at doing it. It can often appear rather clunky. Yeah, in fact, I'd say it's Mappa and UFO Table who are able to do the previously mentioned win the best so far. I mean, even the shadow effects are insanely accurate. Still very much kawaii. He's just great. Love his character, plus that animation though, come on. Honestly, what a powerful scene with barely any effort. That was unreal. She's such an awesome character. Love her too. Also take one here for the fact that even though they were all scared or intimidated, that they all immediately flew into attack mode from the get-go. No hesitation at all. Finding a lovely non-exposition way to introduce the story here and why they do what they do. Really happy to see that comedy was made a factor in this movie. The first season handled it so well. Oh, it's so good at doing environments, it's not even funny.
Mika とユウタは大人になったら結婚するの。リカちゃん？
Very simple and straightforward approach to the backstory between these two. Nothing overly long, no exposition, and no obviously over-the-top attempts at pulling the heartstrings. Also, take one here for this. It's clear that this alone has been a massive burden for him to carry on his shoulders all of this time entirely by himself. And that was well put across to the viewer. Plus, it was creepy.
Maki, Yuta pair.
A whole bunch of very short, not walking on the spot segments. Just going that extra mile animation-wise.
その汚れをみそぎ払え。君たちを外から見えなくし、呪いをあぶり出す結界だ。
I love the veils in this for two reasons. Firstly, it looks damn cool being used and seen, and secondly, because it beautifully covers up any potential plot holes in the story about being seen doing their thing. I forgot just how legitimately incredible cursors look. The animation is confusing. It almost looks like CGI, but it's not. It blows me away with how good it looks and how much it adds to the creep factor too. First Max 2 win to the movie absolutely has to go into that scene right there. Stunningly well animated with loads of smooth looking frames and edited together with love and care to deliver a big punch. Look at them pouring like 90 juicy frames into this one little scene. Moments like this are really where Jujutsu Kaisen shines. Looks fantastic! Emergency unexpected plot twist of concern and worry! I've already shouted out voice actors as a whole, but that little performance earns the anime an extra win.
でかい方も完全に呪いに当てられてる。誰もがお前みてえに呪いに耐性があるわけじゃねえんだよ。なんだこの傷。
I feel like, thanks to the movie, I'm also learning way more about how cursors actually work, which is nice.
誰かと関わりたい。誰かに必要とされて。
The motivation that has been built upon since the start of Zero has been well done. Nothing has been rushed so far. This is a very natural conclusion he's come to as a wish for joining Jujutsu High.
呪術高専はそういう場所だ。
How come she's just the best though?
力を貸して。
That was so friggin' dope! I'd show it, but it's a little risky on YouTube, but the scene of her denogonizing the curse was awesome. Also though, Mayuri from Steins Gate, Hana from an anime I love called Prison School, and Mitsuri from Demon Slayer, a really prominent character in the third season. So much animation goodness in this, are you insane, boys and gals? That was excellently done, reminded me of Midoriya struggling in My Hero Academia, muscles failing, hurting beyond belief, but pushed on by the urge to prove himself to everyone and himself. Oh, that was just wholesome as anything, spurred on by her. It's a small thing, often unseen, but the dedication to reflections is nuts throughout here. Seriously, the will to stay well away from exposition has been wonderful so far, just showing and not telling.
リカちゃんの呪いを解きます。
Again, still natural progression when it comes to character building and the simultaneous progression of the plot, both in keeping together very well thus far. How come we've never seen this look before? That's awesome! So far I'm enjoying how there's no attempt to explain away her curse. Instead, very simply and logically, it's a big fat I don't know kind of deal, and that's far better for the story and added mystery.
トライアンドエラーってね、しばらく放っておいてくださいよ。私が乙骨側につくことも忘れずに。
Also have one for his continued blasé attitude to authority. I love how he's the strongest, and it shows, and this was looked into a little during season 1 and hopefully will again during the second season soon.
だいたいさ、ワーコードから青春を取り上げるなんて許されていないんだよ。
He's had plenty of wins, but none so far for his actual personality, and I can think of no better win than this one right here, which perfectly tells of why he's in this to begin with and what he gets out of it. Attention to detail when it comes to internal set designs is off the charts in Jujutsu Kaisen.
何千何万もの磁力の結び目を読み、一つずつほどいていく。理科の呪いをもらい受け、刀に込めて支配する。
If this movie is doing one thing I didn't expect, it's actually building on the universe already established during season 1, choosing to take the time to explain multiple facets previously either unknown to us or not fully explained before now, and that's brilliant and much appreciated by yours truly. She really is sick though, isn't she? Look at that gorgeous battle animation. I am such a fan of how much hard work has gone into this movie.
Ooh, snap.
Didn't he just do the thing the other guy normally does? Did you really think I wouldn't follow up win number 57 with another win for that? You can't keep giving me excellent quality animation and not expect to win. How selfish of you!
調子はどうだい？
よそ見してんじゃねえよ。
A valid life lesson from a very valid woman. Doesn't make sense, but you get it. That right there is two of one of my favourite shots in anime. A continuous motion shot where the camera doesn't cut away. Tons of extra effort, but well worth the final result. That.
痛みがあるのとないのとじゃ成長速度が団地なんだよ。僕はリカちゃんの呪いを解くんだ。
How he's using this whole experience to really motivate himself to achieve his lofty goal.
ユータが高専に来て3ヶ月。
Come on, man, just like with win number 59, you can't throw that at me and not get a win.
お前、巨乳派？美乳派？
Also this. Also big.
犬巻くんのことはまだよくわかんなくて、ちょっとだけ怖かったり。
ユータも一緒に行っといで。トゲのサポートだ。
え、サポート？
It's really short, but really well done in creating a relationship between all four of them using little scenes such as this and the last one. Otherwise, it's admittedly very difficult to do in just one movie.
もしまた全部出しちゃったら、ユータ、殺されちゃうから。よろしくね。
This carefree way of handling the situation, but with a definite undertone of seriousness. Because we know if it did happen again, their lives are basically over, but he'd fight alongside him to protect him. Actually good-looking CGI. Plus that scenery shot of the city in the background, goodness me! Prime example of the external environmental detail mentioned before. Some anime keep it so plain, you just get the gist of the scene, but here, effort is put into making it realistic, and I appreciate that. I must say, it's really good to see more of him. I felt like of the other three, we saw the least of him during season 1, so this is great. I don't understand how they make cursors look so good though! That is so damn sick!
あそっかもう終わりか
名前を
めっちゃ声枯れてる
ジャムンバ
犬巻くん
Totally out of nowhere, unexpected plot twist, but with amazing looking tension and animation combined. I'm so tense! Creating characters with pitfalls to using their abilities such as this right here. That way you nicely avoid having gods running around.
ごめん僕のせいだ
You know the talent is good when the animators can relay important facial reactions in such a tiny way such as this and still have it be meaningful. Another one which did this really well was Violet Evergarden.
おったりこっちを探ってる様子はない
I'm sorry, it would just be remiss of me to not also win just how incredibly unique looking that curse is. It's another factor to the anime I adore so much is how different they all look and are animated.
伊地知さんに連絡を県外
Keeping a realism element by having the phone appear like a normal one would.
なんで
おかか
帳のせい
Also though, have a win for creating a reasonable excuse as to why they cannot call for help from the outside during times such as this. Just like in the previous win where I talked about the veil. I suppose really this is a third reason why I like them so much, because it means you can't just pop in and out for help too.
幹部
一人で行くってこと
This dude doing his job as his senpai of sorts, taking on the danger all for himself, trying to do his best to keep the lad safe who has only just joined the school. Says a lot about him really. Brilliant follow-up example of high-quality facial reactions, because in this simple moment it tells us without actually saying anything that he's scared, fearing for his classmate, but also perhaps feeling weak in that moment for not protesting and going with him.
ありがとう犬巻くんでも大丈夫だよ二人で頑張ろう
Can't believe how on the nail I just hit that scene with my metaphorical hammer as he snaps out of his perceived weakness in the moment and goes forth to fight alongside his new friend. You go, boy! I genuinely have no clue how they make them look so good though!
怒ったなんでただでさえおっかないのに
Such a realistic reaction from him.
刀に呪いを込める
Definitely also take a win for not using CGI on these kinds of effects. That's insanely rare nowadays, and I don't even hate slightly on those who do it, because half the time it looks great now anyway. But that doesn't mean you don't win it when a studio does it without CGI, which it very much appears they have here. When you not only create animation during a battle that looks gorgeous, but then you're also adding yet another continuous motion shot like it's no big deal whatsoever to keep on doing them. You get yourself a big fat 2 max wins! Also take one here for showing how far along he's come in his training. When he first started out, he was incredibly nervous and timid, and barely able to move, and now he's jumping and running all over the place like a pro.
犬巻くんは優しいんだ今日だって助けてくれた
For essentially going on to confirm what I said before about him wanting to protect him, take a win. It's great to see the anime confirm his character, that he's kind to everyone around him, living life protecting others by how he words everything. He's a great guy. Oh my goodness, what an outstanding looking attack that was. I love how the enemy also kind of moves in tandem during the attack too. Normally enemies can be very stationary when being attacked in anime. It's especially worthy of a win because his own body moves elegantly when attacking too. Just looked great.
犬巻くんの優しさには絶対に応える
Brilliant teamwork between these two. Oh hell yes, that's absolutely another easy max 2 wins. Unbelievably great animation as he leaps back, dodging, and then yells out his much more effective attack this time around. I love it.
大丈夫大丈夫かすっただけだからお疲れ
He cares about him, that's obviously on display, but also he's able to understand him now.
僕はもう普通の人間
Animating multiple people moving within one frame together.
噂のリカちゃんを見に来たのに同じ特急早く挨拶したいな
Nicely introducing the main antagonist into the story. I'm not sure he's the main bad guy from the first season yet, but it's well done regardless.
呪うつもりのない相手を呪っちゃったりな。境遇としてはユータにかなり近い。誤解されやすいけど、いいやつなんだ。
I must say, again, it's wonderful how they're pulling these three into this story so deeply. They're not merely used as characters due to having been in the first season, they're intricate to the plot. They tie in personality-wise as discussed here. I think that's a great way of doing things.
刀に呪いを込めるのもう少しスムーズにやりたいんだけど何かコツとか知らねえ重力のことは私に聞くな
Can't believe how quick another example came about. She's, as we know, sore on this subject. He doesn't know it yet, but we do. So her own personality is brought into the subject matter of his character growth. Bruh, he's so tough he could smell that that's where an enemy had been sitting earlier.
検証の結果、何者かが私の帳の上から二重に帳を下ろしていたことが判明しました。
いや、いい。相手が悪すぎた。
と申しますと
Constantly learning new things about how this world works, and if you know me and this channel, you'll know how much I dig an anime's lore, and I'm fairly sure that wasn't raised in the first season.
ゲトをすぐる。4人の特級術師が1人、100を超える一般人を自殺し。
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was new information, and I'm enjoying the first signs of the building of a power structure within the anime, since very early on, they kind of started it and then went into other aspects. He's a bad guy, but even bad guys get wins when they're in scenes with so many frames.
そしてよく。
なんでそのことを
That is so incredibly creepy! I can't get over that animation. I'm sure it's not CGI, but it looks too smooth to be animation. Help me out in the comments if anyone actually knows what they do.
素が出てますよゲト様幹部が揃いました
Another kawaii lady? Are you having a laugh?
一眼どこだっけ
こちらに
Smallest win of the video goes to actually making the effort to alter the camera screen as he moves his hand. Barely anyone does little touches like that, and I always notice it.
金を集める猿と呪いを集める猿。金がないなら用済みです。
Expanding the lore to show how villains actually make use of curses outside of merely being nasty people and cursing innocents and doing bad things in the storyline.
猿の時代に幕を下ろし、呪術師の楽園を築こう。
It's early doors yet, of course, but via this statement and a few others, I feel like they're slowly starting to reveal the endgame for themselves as antagonists inside the story.
まずは手始めに呪術界の要、呪術高専を落とす。
A whole bunch of new and unique looking character does!
だってユータの呪力感知超ザルじゃん。
まあ理科みたいなのが常に横にいりゃ鈍くもなるわな。
Not walking on the spot for a second, even more impressive looking time.
未だゲトの動向はつかめん。やはりお前の杞憂じゃないのか。
The fact that Kiro Kazuma is in this anime will never stop being a win.
グラッティ噂をすればだ。1級以上の術師を正面ロータリーに集めろ。
Well, that suddenly got super intense out of nowhere. Now they're on the move and attacking. Let's go!
ゲト様本当にここ東京田舎くそ
50-50 split here. Firstly, it's for the look of the giant bird done in the classic style, and then there's the JoJo looking character. Be sure to check out Stone Ocean on this channel too.
はじめまして、おっかつくん。私はゲトウスグル。
早い。
Oh, they ain't lying, he really is quick, isn't he?
私はね、大いなる力は大いなる目的のために使うべきだと考える。今の世界に疑問はないかい？
Very unique as far as villains go, to not just rock up and start doing bad stuff, but instead to try and get inside this young man's head to see where his loyalties might lie, to see about perhaps recruiting him.
万物の霊長が自ら進化の歩みを止めてるわけさ。人類も生存戦略を見直すべきだよ。
It can barely be heard, but there's this great music, almost atmospheric, playing in the background that perfectly adds tension to this scene. It's very uncomfortable sounding.
非術師を皆殺しにして呪術師だけの世界を作るんだ。
His reaction being super telling to his disposition towards all things evil. He's like shocked to his core, and it's another example of facial reactions being used to convey all of the feelings needed for the scene instead of using words all the time.
何？
言ってんだ。
The very same thing then happens right afterwards with his three companions too. Although some words are used, you get the gist of what they're feeling in that moment.
僕の生徒にイカれた思想を吹き込まないでもらおうか。
Ah, he's turned up! What happens now?
特級秘術者、突然変異呪骸、呪言師の末裔、全員家の落ちこぼれ。
A full telling of all of their backgrounds within the Jujutsu universe, which was appreciated by me as somehow I'd forgotten about Panda's background, even though it was explained already. Also, it was kind of cool to hear how their first years, and obviously in season 1 their second years, just felt nicely consistent.
発言には気をつけろ。
友達を侮辱する人の手伝いは僕にはできない。
What's an absolute badass moment for him as a character, truly breaking out of his previously insanely timid shell in front of a foe like this, but doing so for the right reasons, to protect his friends.
すまない。君を不快にさせるつもりはなかった。
Also this though, once more, as far as villains are concerned, he's crazy unique in this. He looked genuinely annoyed at himself for having upset him, like he felt awkward or something. I've never really seen that before.
来たる12月24日、日没と同時に。
Not gonna lie, it's beyond thrilling for me getting to see many of these guys and gals again. Some true mad lads hanging around at this school. My god, I cannot wait for the second season, my hype is unreal.
各地に千の呪いを放つ。下す命令はもちろん暴殺だ。思う存分呪い合おうじゃないか。
What an insanely great looking scene that was. The declaration of war, the animation and editing was on point, and it beautifully moves the story forwards. Excellent stuff.
やめとけよ。
This anime, man, it's just the best when it comes to stuff like this. I mean, look at that!
可愛い生徒が私の間合いだよ。それでは皆さん、戦場で。
His display here of his own power, much needed in order to place him on the slowly building power structure within the anime. Also though, true to his word, he could have easily attacked all of them right here, but did choose not to.
君は五条悟だから最強なのか、最強だから五条悟なのか。
Adding in an example of prior interactions between them, a good addition to the overall story building between them heading into season 2. I'm also a fan of adding depth and story to any villain. Scenery shots are fairly rare in Jujutsu Kaisen due to the city aspect of the anime, so definitely take one for this lovely looking shot. Also though, my word, they don't half know how to throw together colours in a scene. That looks nothing short of beautiful, so warm.
主従制約のない自然発生した呪いなどを取り込み操ります。
A much better and full telling of his abilities, which now does make much more sense.
グラッテン OB、OG それから御三家アイヌの呪術連にも協力を要請しろ総力戦だ
This scene creating nothing but utter hype for me, as even further reinforcements, now those outside of the school, are about to be mobilised. I cannot wait for this!
乙骨雄太を殺して特級過呪音量折本理香を手に入れる。
Finding such a clever means by which to move Yuta to the centre of the anime story, as we learn that their upcoming attack success rate jumps from 20% to 99% if he obtains Rika.
さあ、新時代の幕開け。
They are stupidly good at creating scenes like this via excellent editing techniques.
マキさん、何してんだ？ 寮の人たちも全然いないし。聞けよ。
She's not just pretty, there's really something about her that draws me in. She's 100% a waifu. I didn't even know what I like so much about her, but I just know I really dig her whole deal.
いや、はい。お前、呪術師に必要な最低限の素質ってわかるか？呪いが見えることだ。あ、そっか。
I also gotta say I really like him as a character, and the lady who voiced him did an incredible job, I think, perfectly fitting his personality with the voice, creating simple, great scenes such as this.
私はこのダセーメガネがねえと呪いが見えねえ。
Alert! She's even more cute without the glasses! I didn't think it possible!
知らねえおっさんがうろついてっし。ほんと最悪だったわ。呪いも見えねえやつが一級術師として出戻って、家の連中に吠え面かかせてやるんだ。
Okay, I promise for the final time, she's just simply awesome.
僕はマキさんみたいになりたい。強くまっすぐ生きたいんだ。
A lovely and warm scene, as clearly his words meant a lot to her right there, and I adore how he wears his heart on his sleeve as well and just says what he feels. That scene got to me. Her mother's cruel words contrasted by the beautiful ones he just used to describe what he sees in her. Ah, man.
僕に手伝えることがあったら何でも言ってよ。ぜひけぶっ壊そうなんて。
Oh, that was so sweet. Get out of here with that.
この汚れをみそぎ払え。悪いが、猿と話す時間はない。
It's starting, the pacing is most excellent in this movie and has really helped to hype up this coming moment to the max rather than simply dropping into it haphazardly. Ah, a whole bunch of awesomely looking Kursodas!
質問禁止。今から2人を呪術高専に送る。
I'm so glad my boy figured out the ruse!
ゲトは今高専にいる。絶対、多分間違いない。
どっちだよ。
That got me way more than they probably thought it would. That kind of humour is right up my alley. Dude's so damn powerful that he can teleport people!
待ってました。
悪いけど、今忙しいんだ。
That is so incredibly awesome, bruh!
迷うね。
That looks so good with the smashed debris flying through the air and the smoke, and then the slow motion attacking Panda that the anime just got itself another Max 2 Wins award. Can't not do it for that.
よそ見。
Easiest damn 2 max wins of the entire movie to date. Just nothing but beautifully detailed animation and so many frames making the animation look so smooth that it's nuts. Continuous motion shot again?
ドラミングビート
Go on, Panda, get him, boy! This is so sick! Yet another continuous motion shot! They've gone insane! Someone call the cops!
惜しかったね。
お前もな。
I love, and hear me on this, love that guy's voice when he shouts. That is incredible. It came out of nowhere, it shocked him and it shocked me. Stunning animation on the attack. It gets another 2 wins. This is crazy. Oh, getting so nervous my tummy is aching, bruh.
君にも生きていてほしいんだ、乙骨。
How that scene was expertly built via great voice acting from all involved and the slowly increasing tension of the scene helped by the music.
来い、でかっ。ぶっ
してやる
It's happening! This is not a drill! Quality extremely consistent with the biggest battle scene during season 1. So well done, seriously. Also going first person like this, extremely creative stuff.
てか死なせない
I cannot believe how far he's come personality-wise since the start, but also ability-wise. Like, Rika transported them, and now he's able to heal them himself. This kid is crazy awesome. Would just be really sad to not be able to see more of him in the future.
蝶よりも花よりも丁重に扱え
ごめんなさい怒らないで
大嫌いだ
じゃあリカも嫌い
I think it's so intelligent for the author to have written the curse to sometimes act like this, because in the end of the day, it's still a warped young girl, jealous and full of feeling inside, and it showed here.
てかあれをやる死ね
This movie, man, it's blowing me away with just how insanely good it is. I haven't been this hyped during a battle since probably season 1's. Be sure to check out my videos on that if you haven't too.
ますます欲しいねぐちゃぐちゃにしてやる
It's awesome to see his determination to win the battle, but alongside it, him still doubting himself at least a little bit, just shows that his character growth wasn't microwaved overnight. Oh my word, what genius came up with the idea of having it be like a camera dropping to the ground effect? As an aside, this looks amazing, but I also wanted to say that I really hope My Hero Academia's new season can perform much the same for their new season, because this has been outstanding. Yeah, she's awesome and gets a win. Check her out.
カッチンミミコあいつゲロムカつかね地図にも載ってねえようなクソ田舎で呪術師がどういう扱い受けてるか私たちはあの人が見据える世界を信じてる
Adding in this background to their characters was a nice touch, as even in such a short segment, they also managed to expand the lore, giving us an understanding of what life is like for people like them outside of the big cities, and thus why they've done what they have. Finally, at long last, I get to witness a battle with him in it again. It's legit one of my favourite moments in the entire anime when he fights.
邪魔だ
Oh! That was originally going to be combined into one win with the previous, but that's just too good looking to not be a standalone win. As you no doubt already guessed, that gets 2 max wins all day long. Truly, so much work, time and effort went into creating these sequences, and I adore the studio and the animators for that incredible effort. Oh my god, that was outrageous. Yeah, I'm not going to ignore that. That's too good not to have 2 max wins. How she's literally reacting in tandem with him. Frighteningly good looking, that is. A Okay, so first off, the obvious, that's 2 wins. But secondly, let's be honest, that quality of animation is easily the same for me as Season 2 of Demon Slayer and the movie, for example. It used to be second best, but for me, this movie has now moved up to a joint position as number 1 in my mind. Let me know what you think down below. Goodness me, how far he's come since the start. Not even the same person anymore. Thrilled to see that. This movie might actually legit be one of the best anime movies I've ever seen. It's absolutely top 3, but it's rising. This is insanely well done, with that sudden burst of music. Come on! 2 more on the top, please! Proving that he's still the same lad as before, but just now with new ideals and goals and motivations. People he wants to protect and keep safe, guiding him through life.
呪いだと16体存在する。特級仮想音量、化身、賜物前。
Definitely one here for always pushing forwards that lore, as the power structure I've spoken about is opened up to now include strong curses.
呪霊操術、極の番、渦巻き。
The effects on that. Still don't know if it's CGI or not, but I do know it's stunning looking.
ナナミさん。
I loved this dude in season 1. He was so awesome, but also half the win is for the gore I couldn't quite show. They went very dark, showing struggling students being taken out by the curses on the streets. He's such a badass, look at him go, you get them, old son! Never did I think I'd be issuing out so many Max 2 Wins awards for this movie, but I'm extremely pleased to do it. I've rarely ever seen such godlike animation. It's everyone from season 1 and this robot type dude. I completely forgot about his fight with Panda, it was legendary. Not even gonna attempt to lie. As soon as they even mentioned his name, a legit smile ran across my face. He is one of my all-time favourite characters. Not even just in this anime, but out of them all. Ah, that got me really emotional. That hit me right in the gut. Well played, anime. This felt to me like the unbound feelings of eternal love and passion all wrapped in one, just unleashed all at the same time with fury.
失礼だな。純愛だよ。
I think even for that, they used hand-drawn animation entirely. The biggest of big props to the studio and everyone's hard work that went into that. I'm very happy for the story that he didn't escape untouched or because of some ex machina type of intervention. He was all but taken out by what was essentially the power of love. I'd show more of it, but he's hurt bad.
まだ私にそんなものを残していたのか。
Never expected I'd be gifted a look at them from the past. I wonder what he said to him at his end.
助けてくれてありがとうな。
鮭。
Oh, so much wholesomeness.
おめでとう。解除達成だね。
The breaking of the curse, but also that bit of humor at the end. Couldn't tell who he was.
君、菅原道真の子孫だった。超遠縁だけど僕の親戚。菅？
They're related, plus loads more tasty lore for me to enjoy.
全部リカはこの6年が生きてる時より幸せだったよ。
Incredible voice acting there.
バイバイ。元気でね。あんまり早くこっちに来ちゃダメだよ。
Such a wonderful scene that was.
僕の親友だよ。たった一人のね。
行くぞ。
Lovely warm end getting to see them like this all together again. Shockingly, Jujutsu Kaisen taken off to another country like it's no big deal, like it's JoJo over here. This food has no right to look so tasty.
ロコイって調味料を使っててな、それがいい味を出してる。なんでお前がここに？
あれ？先生。
I didn't even know what's going on at the end there, but I loved it all the same. He's hanging out with the powerful dude, eating good food. He's looking so much healthier now, which is wonderful, and then Sensei turns up. Take one more win here for what was probably the best anime movie I've ever seen. I genuinely think that right now in my mind. Some of the greatest animation ever, fantastic pacing and character growth, just the best. Be sure to pledge on my Patreon if you'd like to vote in new anime for me to cover and just help me out in general. It's tough out there right now, and also you can watch more videos coming up in a second at the end. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Chris Harris, Ted L, Inakami and Water, Manuel Morales, Marquez, Nick Wyndham, Warkeeper, Steelers, The Ever Commander, Bird Without a Word, Blitzcow, Brandon Krier, Gaten 2000, Kieran Robinson, Comfroy, Kim Munt, Magnus, Matthew Casterline, Nathan Burr, Sean, Ali50, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Guru, Isel Caldera, Yor Edvinson, Yor Nashtal, Jordan Samuels, Jaffa6263, Kelnock, Kepan, Kevin Nalter, Conito, Luis Cruz, Matthew Blanchard, Matt the Marshmallow, 1928, Sentimento, Storm 970, The Element Taylor Wars.